our mat. So we're going to be lying all the way down on the floor to warm up. We have 10 good bridges. So we're bridging up. Lift the hips and pelvis. Squeeze your glutes. Make sure when you look up, you can see your thighs. If you can't see your thighs, you're probably bridging a little too high, so keep your upper back flat on the ground. And let's take a little time with our warm-up today. I want you guys to slow down, kind of focus on those movements, and really focus on getting the body moving and warm. Once we've done 10 bridges, we're on hands and knees in cat-cow. So hands below shoulders, knees below hips. We're going to round it up and then press it down, lift the head with the chest. Round the belly up. So really warming up the pelvis. The hips, the low back a little bit here. That area has been kind of tight. This is going to bring some movement back in a good way, in a real nice way. So only 5 of those. When we finish 5 of those, we're coming onto our forearms, one hand behind the head. I'm just going to rotate the elbow up towards the ceiling, but make sure you're turning your entire torso, not just the elbow. Do 8 on each side here. Today's routine is a full circuit of 8 exercises. We will go all the way through all 8 exercises, and then we'll rest, and then we'll repeat it. So we start standing, we work our way down to the floor. At the end, we'll take a little break, we'll do it again. We'll get through it 3 times today, and everything is timed. There will definitely be levels and options given, but every exercise we're going to do today is low impact. So we won't have to worry about high or low impact, but we'll work on challenge levels. When we're done with our T-spine, we're going to come back to hands and knees. Draw the belly into the spine, flatten out the back, and go into those bird dogs. 10 on each side. Our goal here is to go slow, find balance, and then particularly to keep the core tight so that we're keeping the ribs and hips drawn up and in, flattening out that low back to the ceiling. We have 10 of these on each side, or you can count 20 singles. Whatever makes more sense. Press down into the hand that's on the ground. Point the toe towards the floor and extend through the heel like you were putting a shoe print on a wall. Nice and easy and even. Your pace, no rush. We'll eventually all meet standing. Take your time. Let's start taking off some of these layers. Static. All right, not everybody's here yet, but once you get to standing, just join us in your arm circles. Arm circles back, biceps by the ears. So I'll give you the option today on certain exercises to grab a mini band if you have it, or if you want to use some light dumbbells, you can do that too, or do it without. Definitely still going to get a good burn and a good challenge with this, even without using any weights or any band. Bring it forward for 10, big reach up. All the way around. It will take us longer to get through the circuit the first time because I have to show the moves. When we do it the second and third time, we're just going to fire right through. Very little rest in between moves. But like I said, it's not high intensity. It's higher intensity, but it's low impact. It's not high impact, so we won't need a ton of rest. When we finish those arm circles forward, we're going into toe touch squats. Arms up. Round it down, get your toes, bend your knees, arms inside the legs, tuck your butt down, lift your chest and shoulders, right arm, left arm, stand up. That's 1, we're doing 5. So we're all the way down and around, tuck it as low as you can go, keeping your heels down. Doesn't matter how low that is. It will get better over time. And then same thing with the arms. Everybody's shoulders might be a little different. It just depends on how tight you are. The more we do this, the better it'll get. The more loose you'll get. We have 1 more of those. All the way down, tuck your chest and shoulders up, right, left, stand up. Finishing our warm up, we're going gate opener circle through the hip, up and around. Now, I like hands on hips because I want you to focus on keeping a level pelvis so that we don't like dip into one side. Everything's square, and then we're just bringing it up and open. Nice warm up through the hips. We're going to get total body today, lower body, upper body, core, all the good stuff. Lots of stability work today, building a strong foundation that carries us through everything else we do. It's very important to have nice stability and balance. It starts there, you know. So let's do 4 more. That's 3. This is 2. Last one here. First exercise we're gonna do is a squat with a lunge back. So you can keep your squat higher or you can squat full. And then when you tap back, you can either just bend a little bit or you can go into a full reverse lunge. So it's down and back. It could also be small, bent. Wherever your knees are gonna feel best, but we're still gonna challenge ourselves, all right? 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go squat, stand up, take that one foot back, stand up, squat again. Other foot's going back, so we're alternating feet. This does not have to be a full reverse lunge. It could be a little bend and up. It's gonna depend on how we're feeling today, how our knees generally tolerate lunges. So if we're not doing a full lunge, that's okay. Feel it out. As you do this, 30 seconds down, 30 to go, you're gonna find maybe you get a little warmer, you can get a little deeper. But since this is our first time, take a little bit of care not to push too hard right away. Down and up. 15 seconds. Nice, good control, pushing through the heel. Whether we're squatting or doing that take back, push through the heels. Last one, make sure you finish it evenly on both sides and relax. If you have very light weights or a band and you want to hold them on this exercise, we're basically going to, you're standing, so imagine I'm standing, push. So it's a pushy pulse. If I don't have weight, this is gonna burn. If I wanna use a band, over my hands, bring your elbows in. If you're holding weights, you're holding weights. Cool? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So, your rib cage is tucked. You're squeezing your butt. Notice how flat. If we are doing body weight, I just want you to imagine you have weights in your hands. What are we lifting and lowering? How much does it weigh? If you're using weights, we're just pulsing. If you're using your band, I want you to try, because your hands aren't going to be as far apart, to pull your elbows in. So it's going to look more like this with the band. More straight up and down. Even with no weight, this can be challenging because we're pulling our core tight, pushing 20 seconds, little pulsing, squeeze the shoulders, so get in your mind like you have weights and your arms will start to burn a little bit. If you're using weights, great, but you don't have to. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, okay. You're either gonna do a single leg reach, body weight, so right foot down, single leg reach and up, or keep the back foot down, single leg hinge. If you want the challenge, take your band over your hands, single leg reach, and pull in. So we'll get the upper back as well. So I'm just holding my band like this, reaching out, pulling in. Otherwise, we're just doing body weight. So right foot down, left leg is either back or in the air. Ready, here we go. If I'm reaching, I'm here, flat back, hinge back. Right arm is reaching, right leg is going in the air. Or sorry, left. If balance is a struggle, plant that foot back. Reach, hinge, extend long. If you're using your band, it's going to add a layer of challenge. Press the hands out, pull your shoulder blades in and squeeze. So reaching out, and then drawing in and squeeze. Everybody, push that right foot down. 15 seconds. So, our goal is to grow long, reach. That right foot is going right through the floor. Push it down, tuck, squeeze the ribcage. 2, 1. Switch sides, same thing, left side. Left foot down. Remember, you could keep the right foot down if you need to. Ready? Here we go. Most important thing is that you push back into your left hip. That's the most important piece of this exercise, is that we're hinging, we're leaning over, tall chest, tall spine. You can absolutely keep your back foot down if you need to, if balance is throwing you off. If not, come up on that foot, bend the knee. Reach the arm and leg so long, and then draw it in and squeeze. If you got a band over your hand, you're pulling it in, Squeeze the shoulder blades down. Strong work, guys, 15 seconds. Really root down through that standing leg and make sure you bend the knee. Get long, get long, get long, extend, run in, squeeze, tuck. 3, 2, 1, relax. We're gonna stand up super tall. If you have little light weights and you want to use them, you can hold weights. You don't have to. We're gonna go knee to elbow without touching. Little bit of turn, and we're not gonna round in. We're gonna stay planked, super tall, so no rounding in the shoulder. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. So we're cross and down. So the goal here is balance on that single leg, creating the tension in the core. So we don't wanna have to collapse in. Everything here is tight. And then we're just turning and squeezing in. Yeah, pull your rib cage to your spine. Find balance. The slower you go and the more control, the more you're challenging your balance. 30 seconds. Yeah, and if you're holding weights, just gonna add a layer of difficulty for your upper body, but make sure that you're still keeping that up. And you're keeping the integrity of the upper body and the shoulder girdle. And we're just giving that a little extra. Yeah, so good. You're almost there. Less than 10, squeeze. I love seeing you guys go so slowly with such great control. 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, if you have a wall nearby, you're gonna find your wall and you're gonna go into a wall sit. Can't see me outside the camera, but back is flat against the wall. You walk the feet up to 90 degrees. Sit down like you're sitting in the chair. If you don't have a wall readily available, we're gonna squat and hold. But pretty much everyone's got a wall. All right, slide it down, have a seat. So we have the back all the way flat against the wall. If anybody didn't have a convenient wall, or you're watching this later, you can squat and hold as well. My wall is a little bit out of camera range as the rower's in the way. But I want you to push in your heels, keep your toes up ever so slightly. Low back, upper back, press into the wall. So ideally your torso is straight up and down, and you're pulling your belly button into the spine. Breathe. Make sure the knees are out over the ankles. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, come off the wall, come back to me. We're going down to the floor. You have 2 options on this one. You can either, so no matter what, we're gonna be on your forearm, and we're gonna be kind of side, so I want you to push your hips forward and bend your bottom leg. Top leg is straight. Even if you stay here, keeping the hip on the ground, I want you to push and lift up, open your chest. The other position is here, where we're up on the hip and we're tall. Either way, we're going knee towards the elbow, then we're gonna push it out and extend. So notice that my leg is going straight out and I'm really gonna push it. If I'm here, looks like this, in, push and extend. See that straight line? That's what we're going for. All right, so make sure that elbow's right under the shoulder, push your hips forward, open your chest. Ready, here we go. So say I'm staying down, my hip is pressing on the ground, I'm not supporting my torso. I still want you up and open and pressed out. If I'm up here, think of it like a half of a side plank. And then push through your heel. Extend the arm, extend the leg long, get big, make this big reach. You got it, keep pressing down into your forearm. No matter whether your hips are up or your hips are down, I'm taking a peek. Push through that foot, yes. Good work. Less than 10. Nice. Ooh, beautiful, Heidi. Really good. Dana looks gorgeous. Nice Julie. And relax. Switch sides. If I don't call your name out, it's just because I can't see you. Doesn't mean you're not doing great. I'm into that other side. Right away, line the elbow up under the shoulder so your arm's not way out here. Look how much more support we have. Then we're going to bend the bottom leg, rotate the hips forward, open the chest. So even if I'm staying here, I'm lifted. Ready? Here we go. So now bring the knee to the elbow, press it out and extend. Really push that foot. Now, if you're lifted, just adding a layer of challenge. I want you to keep driving your hips forward. Squeeze, reach. So we're going to take that foot, push, like you were trying to push something away, like a leg press at the gym, right? Push it out, 15 seconds, reach that arm up, up, up. Notice I'm not bending much through here. I'm squeezing, but I'm not bending. You got it, less than 10. Good work, guys. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1, relax. If you have a band and you want to use it, you can. Now you don't have to. You can put it right below your knees. What we're gonna do is lie back. You're either gonna be in a hollow hold or you're gonna be all the way flat, and we're gonna open and close. Open and close. If you have lower back issues, I would not use a band. If you have lower back issues, please lie all the way down. If you want a harder challenge, keep it in this hollow hold where we're halfway up and halfway down. So then lie back. If you're not using a band, pretend there's a band there so that your open is very controlled. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. We want open, close. Now, this can be hollow hold position with the shoulders up. Or if it bothers your low back, take your legs higher, lay flat, and just really focus on squeezing the low back to the ground and keeping this open and closed very controlled. It's very small. So if you're not using a band, imagine you had a band and you can't get those legs very far apart. They're just squeeze it shut. Like that little machine at the gym where you push it out or you squeeze your thighs together. Think of it that way. Press it out, pull it in. 3, 2, 1. Relax. All right, flipping over. Watch this carefully. With the legs down, arms are straight out like a T. Squeeze your butt really hard. I'm gonna have my torso just very slightly lifted, but it's gonna stay in that position. I'm only moving my arms. So I'm not doing this, because I don't want this lumbar to be arching up. I want you to squeeze your butt to support your lumbar, head down, but give your shoulders a little lift so you have some range for your arms. And then we're squeeze, lower, squeeze, lower. Try it. I'm going to watch. So face down. You're looking at the mat, but you're just slightly lifted. Squeeze your butt cheeks so hard. Ready? We go. Lift, lower. Your arms are going to stop straight out, not too high. If they get high, we kind of lose the contraction. I'd rather you focus on the squeezing in the middle of the back than the height of the arms. And then squeeze your booty so hard. And just, yeah, there we go. Yes, those of you I can see, Dana, Heidi, Julie, looks really, really nice. Beautiful. I'm sure everybody else looks great. 10 seconds. Almost there. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time coming up. That's our whole circuit. So we're going to rest for about 45 seconds. We're going to start again from the beginning. So this second time, since I'm not teaching the moves, it will go faster. I'll call them out and we'll go right into it. Remember that you have the option of having some weights or some band choices. You don't have to. I purposefully structured this workout today to be almost like, in a way, a recovery workout. Still challenging. We're still getting lots of stabilizing muscle groups, but it's not quite as high intensity as, say, yesterday or Thursday. We need that, up and down with our workouts so that we're not always going hard all the time. I think that's a mistake that people sometimes make, especially when we're stressed out. We need workouts that aren't always like crushing us, okay? But this is still hard. Now that's not hard. First move was our squat to our step back down and lunge. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna go squat. Now, second time through. If we do feel warmer and now we wanna make this a deeper lunge or a deeper squat, go for it. If the knees are never gonna be okay with that, that's fine. Then just make it small and press up. Make sure we're keeping the core tight and we're getting tall through the spine. Even as we lean forward a little bit, that's okay, that's normal. You got it, you guys. Halfway there. So this is the biggest, highest heart rate move of this routine. That's why it comes first. So So it's definitely using the most muscle groups. It's the more challenging exercise. We get it out of the way right away. So don't be afraid to work 15 seconds because you know now what's coming. Woo, 10 seconds here. Let's get one more on each side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay, we're pressing up. If you want weights or a band, grab it. 3, 2, 1. We go press. Pull your rib cage down. Flatten out your back. Squeeze your booty cheeks. So we're in this nice flat position. Everything tight. Never arching. Pull it in. Press. We don't have weights. Imagine you do. Think about what you're lifting. Like maybe it's your spouse. Maybe it's your dog. You're like, I'm so strong. Look at me. If you're using weights, you're just getting that little pulse. If you're using a band, keep your elbows closer together because the band is going to limit how far apart your arms can go. This is probably hardest with a band. Yeah, because the band is really restricting your range of motion. 15 seconds. I just want you to feel that little burn up and through your shoulders. Keep this controlled. Keep the muscles working. 10 seconds. It will start to burn a little bit. 4, 3, 2, last one. Shake those arms out. If you're using your band on your single leg reach, put it over your hands. Remember, if you need the balance help, you can keep the foot down and hit here. Right foot forward, left leg back, left arm reaches. Ready, let's go. Single leg. Reach long, get long. Reach, 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 reach. Press down into that foot, squeeze. The foot down looks like this. Bend the knee, push the hip back, flatten out your back. Get super low. If you're using a band, both hands are going to reach. Both hands are going to pull in, squeeze your shoulder blades down. That adds another layer of challenge to your balance as well if you keep a band over your hands because your hands are locked. If you're not using a band, I like left arm is reaching, right arm is out to the side. Create some nice good balance. Press down through that foot, tuck your tailbone. Make sure that right knee is bending, probably more than you think you need to. Most of us have pretty tight hips, and to get your hips square, you've got to bend your knee. You got to think that left hip, it has a light on it, like a headlight, and it should point at the floor, not out to the side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Carrie's getting attacked by a doggy. That was my dog in here yesterday. Like, just ridiculous. Left foot. He just decided he wanted to play. Left foot down, right foot back, right hand reaching. Ready, we go. Grow long, press down into that left foot, get tall. Extend up and reach. As you know, I don't want you leaning over past parallel. So if you're dipping your shoulders past parallel, bend your knee instead. And then if we need to keep the foot down, push your butt back, bend your knee, get long, reach, reach, reach. So if my left foot is down, I'm reaching with my right hand. We always want that opposition. Getting long, flat back, press down. Yeah, good work. I see good stuff. Take your time and really focus on that left leg like it had roots. It's growing right through the floor. It's so strong. It's so stable. We're going to keep our weight centered over that leg. Then press it down. Squeeze your core tight, less than 10 seconds. Strong work. We have 4, 3, 2, finish it, relax. Okay, if you're using weights on your crossbody, go ahead and grab your light weights, nothing heavier than 5 pounds. If you're not using weights, it's fine. Our goal here is to keep this flat and tight as we cross, so we're not rounding it. Ready, we go, across, and switch. So it's just a tiny little bit. I want the rotation more through your shoulders and not here so much. So we're not getting a lot of twist through the lumbar. It's more your thoracic spine, your shoulders, which is supposed to be a more mobile area of our body. Whereas our lumbar is our stable area of our body. We don't want to twist very much through the lumbar. So you'll notice that that means that like your head isn't really turning. Strong work. Knee and elbow can't touch. We're trying, but they're opposing magnets. And if we were able to touch them, we would have to round forward, and we're not going to do that. You guys look so strong. Again, press that standing leg down into the floor like it was a pole. It's so strong it goes right down through the floor. And that knee is very slightly bent. Strong work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Find your wall. We're going into that wall sit. So you're all the way against the wall. You're going to slide it down and walk your feet out. 90 degrees. Ready, and slide it down and hold. Push those feet down into the floor, but try to keep more of your weight back towards your heels. Breathe nice and deep. I don't really prefer a wall sit to go past 90 degrees. I don't really think it's necessary to have that much of a hip angle. So don't feel like you have to necessarily go lower than 90, but are you? Are we flat? Are our thighs parallel to the ground? That's your marking point. If not, see how close you can get and still get through these last 10 seconds. Breathe deeply, inhale, exhale. You're strong, you don't have to stop. You have 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, come off that wall. Find your mat. We're coming back down to the floor. Remember that you're either on your side with the hip down or with the hip up. So this arm is going to line up directly below your shoulder, the arm that's on the ground. Then I want you to roll your hips forward, pull that bottom leg back so the knees are in line. And we're either going to pull from here with the chest open and the hips push forward, or we're going to pop up in this position. Ready? Here we go. Pull the elbow towards the knee, then reach the arm, push through the heel. Keep pushing through that heel. Keep pushing your chest forward. If we're up high, same thing. It's going to be easier to get that sense of pushing the hips forward if you're up here. So if you're on the ground, you got to extra think about it. Squeeze, push, 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 push through that foot. It's like you're taking your butt cheek and you're pushing that leg out. And this arm is reaching long, extend. Notice how my torso is still. There's no bend happening in my torso. You got it. Less than 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, switch sides. Oh, I feel it in my butt. I hope you do too. Find your position, elbows right below the shoulder. Oftentimes we set this up too far. Roll the hips forward. Pull that bottom knee back a little bit and take that top hip forward. Lift, open the chest. Here we go. Pull, push, and reach. If you are down like this, I want you to really expand forward through your chest and push your hips forward. If you're here, you're doing the same, but it's going to feel more natural to do that in this position. Push through that foot. You got it. Reach here. Drive the foot down like you're pushing something away from you. Push. Feel how much more tension that creates, how much more you feel that in your booty. Reach the arm. Squeeze it in. Push, push, push. You guys are doing great. Awesome job. We have about 10 seconds here. Good, strong, control, everything working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. Find your band. If you're using a band, if not, don't worry about it. But if you're using your band, it's going to go just below your knees. Whoops, sorry, I kind of reset my timer and I went way past where I wanted to go. Band is just below the knees. We're going to talk about how if you don't have a band, we're still going to make this challenging. Your options are lie flat, legs up, out, in, or take the legs lower, lift the neck, head and chest, out, in. All right, ready, and here we go. Low back stays flat, pin it to the ground. Now, you're taking those legs out just maybe a tiny, tiny bit more than hips width, and then squeeze like you were doing a thigh master. So it's like thigh master out, thigh master in. The goal primarily is to keep your low back tucked to the ground, flat on the ground. The second goal is to make sure those legs are working in a very controlled and smooth way. The legs can be higher, lower, bent, whatever you need to do to keep your low back happy. Less than 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. If you have a band on, you can slide it off or you can leave it, flip it over on your belly. On this exercise, really important that we're not doing this. with the arms down. The lift of the chest is just giving you more range for your arms to come all the way down. They don't have as far to go. So make sure we're not flying big. This is controlled. 3, 2, 1. We go. Arms up. Slowly down. Lift and squeeze. So take a look. Your fingers should be right out straight from the side of your body when you get to the top. Then I want you to pinch your shoulder blades. Like you're trying to pinch a pencil between your shoulder blades. And give that a nice squeeze. Slow lower. Squeeze. Slow lower. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Strong work, guys. We have 15 seconds here. Remember that our break is coming. Very nice. Heidi looks good. Beautiful, Julie. Good control. Nice Dana. Everybody else, I'm sure you look awesome. I just can't see you. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Okay. We have 1 minute rest. Get some water. Shake it out. We're going to do that one more time. Oh, yeah. These are awesome. So, strong work. All of the focus today is all about little muscle groups. Focus on form. Make everything tight and controlled. You might be surprised and be like, ooh, these little muscles are tired. It's good. So for this last round, you get to decide, do we want to work a little harder? And that's going to mean deeper in your squats and lunges, more control in our squeeze, more control in our press. See if you can call on your muscles to contract without even having weights. You can make that mind-muscle connection and make this workout even more challenging without adding a lot of load. Not adding any load at all, just mental. So we're going back to squat, and then we're either tapping back here or we're going into a full reverse lunge. It is your body, it is your choice. Ready? We go! Squat, down, take it back. So maybe it's a full lunge. Wherever the knees are gonna allow, but make sure we still get this beautiful split squat position. I want that back leg perpendicular to the ground. Tuck your tailbone. So I not want to go so fast with these. I still want perfect, good form, just like we would if we were doing single split squats. Now that you know those, you can call on it here and come to that beautiful form. Weights in the heels. You're halfway done. Tight core. Exhale as you come up. So inhale here, exhale, push. Nice work, guys. Woo, we're almost done. Last time through this whole circuit, 15 seconds. And now you know what's coming. So you know it's not too crazy. 10 seconds. Let's get at least even on both sides. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. If you're using weights or a band, grab it. We're going overhead. Totally optional. If you're using your band, keep your elbows in. If not, arms out. Ready? Here we go. So, pulse, pulse, pulse. Rib cage in and down. So, when I say in and down, I mean this. So that we're tucked here, tailbone under, and this is all super flat. So as we're pushing up, I'm not flaring my ribs and getting into my lumbar spine. That is the rule for every exercise, but overhead pressing particularly puts a lot of stress and strain on your lumbar spine. Now I know we're not using weights, some of us, but when we do, anytime you ever put something up in an overhead bin on an airplane, yeah, engage your core. You ever wonder how people hurt their backs or their rotator cuffs putting overhead luggage in a bin? It's for real. Keep that tight, 10 seconds, push, push. Squeeze the shoulders. Make that mind muscle connection. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, shake it out, okay. Single leg reaching, right foot down, we're either here, or here, or we're gonna take that band and pull it in, your choice. Starting with the right leg. Ready, here we go. So, maybe we're gonna grow long, reach, bend the knee, draw it down. Maybe this foot's gonna stay planted and we're gonna sit back, lean forward. That is still really challenging. And I would rather you keep the foot down and get this hinge than have the foot in the air and not be able to get a hinge. It just depends on your tightness through your hips and your pelvis. If you're using your band, press out against your hands as you slide out and press out against your hands as you pull in and squeeze your shoulder blades. So you're gonna finish it like you would a row. You're gonna pull your elbows into your spine or into your side. I cannot get the words today, you guys. You're looking great though, we got 15 seconds. Press down into that right foot. It has roots all the way through the floor. Slide it out, extend it long. Yes, here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg. Remember, I'd so much rather see this and getting a full hinge and a full flat back than not being able to get a bend in that leg. Ready, left foot down, here we go. So we could be here, really hinging, drive down through that foot. You can also take that back leg in the air, nice and flat, draw it in a tuck. You can also reach with your band, and then draw your elbows in like a row, shoulders down. Your left leg is rooted down through the floor. It's so strong. Think of it this way. Your left leg is so tight and it grows all the way through the floor that if someone came over and pushed you, you wouldn't fall over. Because you are grounded. And then we're going to bend the knee as we slide back into the hip. Strong work. The foundation of this exercise is the hinge. We've got to get that pelvis to rotate interiorly and then shift backwards, or we're not getting quite the right mechanics and it can cause problems for your low back. 10 seconds. Beautiful, strong work, guys. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're using light weights on your cross knee, go ahead and grab them. Remember the foundation of this exercise, again, is our plank position, our ribs to our hips, so that when we cross, this stays the same and we're not rounding it. All right, ready, we go. I love everybody was like, whoop, all at the same time. That was awesome. Pull your ribcage towards your spine, but at the same time, so we don't want to pull in like this. At the same time, we get tall. So you get taller without expanding the ribcage out. Keep the tailbone underneath. Beautiful, strong work. So we're here tight. Press down into that foot. Remember, slight bend in the knee. Just a little rotation up in the shoulders, not the lumbar spine. Halfway there, you guys are awesome. Beautiful work. Make sure not to lock that standing leg. The slower you go here, the more you're challenging your balance and your stability. So it's not a speed exercise, but you find a place. Where are we today from a balance standpoint? Go there. And then just know, 10 seconds, that the more we work on it, the better it will get. 5 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, relax. Go ahead and find a wall. We're having a seat, wall sit. On one thigh, 90 degrees to the floor if the knees will allow it, okay? So all the way back against the wall. Slide it down, hold. So feet are out in front. So it should look like you're sitting in a chair. If I was doing a perfect wall sit and I had a chair at 90 degrees, I'd be sitting. This is a little lower for me than 90, but I'm sitting straight back into the wall. My core is holding tight, my low back is flat, weight is in the heels, and I'm just breathing. Make sure the knees are out over the ankles. Don't let them drop inward. We want solid. I want you to feel all of your legs, not just your quads, not just your butt, the whole thing. By just pushing down, pulling in, squeeze, breathe. And then see if you can maybe a centimeter lower. Remember, I don't want you that much lower than 90, but maybe a tiny bit lower. Just as we finish up this last round, we only have 15 more seconds. You guys are amazing. You are strong. You have 10 seconds here. I may have grabbed the wrong timer, but it's okay. You're doing great. Hang on. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and stand up. Come off the wall. Okay, sincerest apologies for that being 20 seconds longer than any of the other wall sits because I grabbed the wrong timer. That's okay. You guys did it anyway. You're awesome. All right. Sideline, so we have this position here. If this was giving you real heck, you could also lie straight down. Oh my gosh, I am dying. Is that you, Carrie? That is a doggo in the way. All right, elbow below the shoulder, bend at bottom knee, rotate your hips so your knees are stacked. So even if you're not lifting, you're gonna open your chest. If you're lifting, you're up here. Ready, we go. In, extend and reach. Press your hips forward. I don't know how many of you guys watch the other people. or if you're just watching me, but Carrie's shot is just like dog body. It's hilarious. That's how the dogs, as soon as you go to the floor, the dogs are like, I'm getting in on this right now. This looks like fun. So even if you're not lifted through your hip, press your chest open, keep your hips rolled forward. We're gonna tuck that open in and then reach, push through that heel. So we're gonna extend, push it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go to the other side. Lie it down. We're on the floor. So we're here. So I'm gonna bend that bottom leg. Rock the hip forward, open the chest. Stay here or you're coming up. Here we go. Pull it in, push and reach. So I want you to feel your arm and your foot really reaching away from each other. So we're like, reach and push through that heel. Drive it away. Make a weight there that isn't there. Even if we're down here. Open up, push and reach. This is just gonna be less work for the shoulder, less work for that side of the body. But man, oh man, this leg here is still working. The hip, the glute. I really want you to imagine that. Wait and push, you got it. Stay with it. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody relax. If you're using your band, put it on just below your knees. If you're not, pretend you have a band. We're coming on our back. Most important thing in this exercise is that your low back is happy and it stays flat on the ground. So legs can be here with the chest, or legs higher with the chest down. Little open, little close. As you open your legs, press your belly button down to the ground. 3, 2, 1. We go out and in. It's so slow. It's so controlled. And you might find, depending on your core, as you open the feet, that's where we start to get a little arch. So if that happens, as you open your feet, just think about pushing in the opposite direction with your hips, your pelvis, and your core. So pressing everything flat into the ground. Squeeze it down. Breathe. Remember, this is so slow and so controlled. You have 10 seconds here. Woo! You guys are doing great. These little tiny movements can really be tough. 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it over on your belly. Arms straight out to the side. Point your toes. Remember, we're just a little tiny bit lifted. Arms are floating, lifting and lowering. Squeeze your butt to protect your low back. So I want you to squeeze your butt the entire time that you're doing this. 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're looking down at the floor. Lift and lower. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lower down easy. Squeeze. Set it down. You got it. This is our very last exercise. All we have left is stretching. But this is such a small, controlled exercise. It's not about making it big. I don't want your chest and shoulders lifting up and lowering. It's literally just the middle of your upper back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. If you do this right, 15 seconds, you're like, oh man, the back, your upper back, the middle of your back, you're going to feel those muscles. That's what I want you to feel. We don't isolate them enough. 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody relax. Roll it right over onto your back. We're going to come into figure 4. Hopefully y'all have a little bit of time. I want to extend our stretching a little bit. So cross one foot over the opposite knee. Draw that in and hold and breathe. So you can also stay here. But if it's comfortable, you'll get a deeper stretch if you pull that leg in. Hold. Just let your upper body, your torso melt into the ground. Nice deep breaths here. So inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Yeah, today was about slowing it down a little bit, putting our focus in. And I hope that gave you the opportunity to really be super present and really focus on what we're doing. 10 seconds. At least it gives your mind a break. It gives you a chance to learn and grow a little bit. Go ahead and switch sides. So take that opposite leg over. Draw it in and hold. And it also gave you a chance to work some muscles in a different way, perhaps. I mean, we do a lot of stability work. You guys know we do. But I don't often do an entire workout that's all stability. So I wanted to try that out. That won't be how every workout is, obviously. You guys have done other classes. So next week, we'll get back into Monday, Wednesday, Friday, strength 1, 2, and 3 versions. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday circuits. I just got done planning next week. And Tuesday, I think, is the day where we're gonna do some stuff with the towel and like items around the house. So I think that's gonna be really fun. Go ahead and hug your knees into your chest, roll yourself up to seated. Take the legs straight out in front, sit up tall. Right foot over, left knee, and then left arm's gonna hug that in and twist. If your hand will reach the floor, mine only the fingertips do. But if it will reach, try to press down into that right hand so you can sit up really tall. So if you're at home and you don't have any equipment or you have very minimal equipment, try to make it on Tuesday. Tuesday's gonna be really fun. I'm very excited about it, but the whole week looks good. I mean, what am I gonna say? It doesn't? Not good workouts? Of course it's good. It was my idea. I'm joking. All right, 10 seconds here, and then we're gonna switch sides. So I just wanted us to really get some good long stretching in today. Sometimes, as you go ahead and switch sides, sometimes we rush through stretching just like we rush through our warm-up. So I'm slowing you down on a Saturday. There is a whole mobility routine on the virtual training homepage if you're looking for something to do for mobility. And if you don't know where the virtual training homepage is, let me know. I will be send it to you by email. It's where I put all of the resources for the virtual training, all of the videos that I've recorded, all that fun stuff. The only change to next week's schedule is that the 6 p.m. class, or the 6:30 p.m. class on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday is now at 6 p.m. So I kind of was talking with folks and realized that it doesn't have to be at 6:30. Go ahead and come to standing. And we're gonna go into our upper back stretch. So we're gonna reach both arms forward and hold it here. So I'll finish the 5 o'clock class, I'll run and go pee, and then I'll come back and we'll do 6. So if you're someone who sometimes struggles to make that 5 p.m. class because of work, if 6 o'clock is better than 6:30, that's a new option. From here, take it back behind, roll the shoulders back, chin up, chest up, open through the front of that body. Such good work, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today. I really do like to try to mix it up. And then I've been letting people know that as we're coming back open, I know that some people will come back, some people will want to stay home for a while, all of which I completely respect and understand. Right arm across. But we plan to keep some virtual options. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how to make that work, but we're going to make that work. The other thing I'm going to do, I think, for the in-person too, is see how we can get a little bit more of this type of variety for the weeks and days that we're here in person as well. Go ahead and switch sides. This, if anything, has been an opportunity to take a look at things and maybe see what I was already planning on adding circuit classes, actually. So we'd have strength and circuits, but that was coming with some developments that are very exciting and will still be happening, but won't be happening immediately, but coming to that flat back. But that's been in my plan, is to get you guys so you can do strength and circuits, or circuits that you can come 2 days in a row and do strength one day, circuit the other day. So that's all coming. So just know we're still working on how to make things better, how to improve things. From here, maybe slide it down a little deeper. And that we will continue with the virtual stuff as long as we need to, as long as it's necessary for some of our folks to stay home. But those of you who can't wait to get back in, I can't wait either. And it will be great either way. Roll it all the way in and up, and the shoulders up and back. Couple times, and then from here, we're going to finish with a deep breath in through the nose and reach up. Blow that out through your mouth as you drop your arms. Nice job. Big deep breath in, now reach. Exhale, blow it out. Give yourself a round of applause. You guys are amazing. You did great today. It was so good to see everybody on a Saturday morning.